나는 그저 서 있을
Sinking,
뿐이었어.
sinking. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
하루가 저물어가는 동안 나는 그저 서 있을.
Hello everybody, welcome to my second episode of Limbus Company. I just finished making the last one. Again, I'm going to try to edit it, put it out as soon as possible, you know, so on and so forth. Regardless, again, this is the second episode. I still have a few more things to read out for y'all, so, and you know, hopefully at the end of this episode we can actually get into actual combat and actual story that I haven't read. But again, I really do want to make a playthrough of this entire game, and so this is the best way I can do it for now until we get to later on. I believe these ones should be shorter, but who's to say? Alright, so here we go. We're starting again right off the bat. You're looking much more useful than before, Dante. They all got away save for one though. Shouldn't we go after them? They're worried over the foes we lost. No need for concern. That's the direction we're heading anyway. Charon. Pedal touches metal. Up for an exciting ride. Alright, there we go. See, it again should be shorter for, if I remember correctly, so we'll hopefully get in combat really soon. So let's go.
잠시만요.
Give me a second. What is it?
저는
I joined this company because I was told that I'll be able to advance my career without slowing down.
그런데 지금은
But right now, it's nothing but meaningless violence, like we're rats or something.
의미가 없진 않소.
I object to its meaninglessness. Those were evildoers who attacked us.
시끄러워요.
Please
좀 조용히
just
좀 해봐요.
be quiet for a moment.
아무튼
Anyway,
이런 용역 폭력
if we're all gonna
같은
do
행동만
is
명령할
beat up
거라면
people under orders like
다른
hired
일을 하는
thugs,
것도
I'll have to
고민해봐야
consider
할 것
changing
같아요.
jobs sooner or later.
입사 계약서를 제대로
Haven't
안
you read your
읽으셨나요?
contract?
퇴사는 허용될 수
Resignation is
없답니다.
not permitted.
계약하면서 말한
Do you think
이야기가
the contract has any
거짓말이라도
sway if it's
그
based on
계약에 효력이
lies?
있을 거라 생각하는 건가요?
당연히 효력이 있죠.
Of course it does.
애초에 거짓말은
There are no
없었으니까.
lies on it. Huh?
네?
설마 제가
You
메피스토펠레스를
didn't think Mephistopheles was built to be a mere means of transportation, did you?
메피는 항상 배고프다.
Mephi is always
그래서
hungry.
울어.
It keeps crying. The bus gets hungry.
엔진이 연료를
When
섭취할
the
때
engine
생기는 그
ingests fuel, it yields a byproduct.
여러분은 그걸 통해
Using that, you
강해질
can
수
grow more
있어요.
powerful.
이상 씨는
I'm sure
잘 알고
Yisang knows
계시겠죠.
this well.
거울
When all
속에서
possibilities
모든
are
가능성을
drawn from the mirror,
끄집어낸다면
성장 또한
there's no
제약이
limit
없어.
to one's growth.
거울 속에 나는 나인가
Is the self in the mirror my
아니면
reflection,
그럴까?
or another being entirely? Possibilities. You draw what exactly? Alright, so that one was to show rolling, which I've already rolled in the last episode, so. Again, we're almost done. I just got like a few more, and then we can immediately go into the actual combat.
그렇군요.
I
이런
see.
걸 의미했던 건가요?
This was what that was about.
너무 마음이 급할 필요는
There's
없어요.
no need to get impatient, Ishmael.
버스가
As the
향하면
bus
자연히
goes onwards, you'll naturally take on more important tasks than beating the life out of random crooks. I know you're eager to achieve your goals, but do try to have patience.
거울 세계에 있는 우리들의
Since this
모든
works by
가능성 중
whisking out one
하나를
of our limitless
끄집어내는
possibilities from the mirrored world,
건 기억이 조금 더
it'll have
쉬워져서
overridden a part of your memories.
곧 익숙해질 거예요.
You'll get used to it in no time.
뭐야?
Well, hang on.
위험해 보이는데.
That sounds a bit dangerous, don't it?
이러다가 내가
What if I'm no
아니게
longer
되는 거
my old
아니야?
self by the end?
여러분은
Don't
테세우스의
mistake
배가
yourselves
아니에요.
for the ship of Theseus.
인격과 기억을
While it's
빌리기는
true that you
하겠지만
borrowed the identities and memories, the system is designed to ensure that you don't lose control over your own existence.
거울에 비추는 나는
Different
삶을
though your
다룰 수
reflections may
있으나
be, it is bound to vanish once you
거울
walk
밖을
away from the
벗어나면
mirror.
거울 속의 형체 또한 잃기에.
저희가 어떻게 성장할지
How our capability grows ultimately depends on you, Manager Dante.
거울 세계의 다양한
It is up to you
가능성을
to place the most effective figment of possibility on us at the right
더 쉬운
times.
하실 테니.
메타몰프시스를 말하는
I believe
건가?
that's what you call a metamorphosis.
네. 일종의
Yes, I
탈퇴이자
suppose you could say that's a
변신이라
form of
할수 있죠.
transformation.
어머? 그런 어려운
Golly,
단어는
where'd
어디서
you learn big
왔대?
words like that?
주워들었다.
I picked it up.
이 사람 저 사람
My prior
많이
profession required
만나봐야
meeting
하는
people
일을
with
했었거든.
various occupations.
전신이라.
For welding, huh?
담소는 끝났나?
Done chatting.
일단 길부터
Let's
뚫자고.
make the way first.
어차피 지겨울
Spend more
정도로
time
붙어
together than you'd
있을
ever
테니
ask for, so keep that
못한
combo
말은
for
나중에.
later. Alright. We're getting closer. I can actually play the game now.
길이 열렸어.
Road's clear.
하지만 베르,
But Ferg,
피가 달리기만
Mephi
했어도
could have run them
길은
over
뚫렸을
just
거야.
fine. Huh? What did I fight for then? Sensing Aurelian agitation in my gestures, Hercules stepped in.
진정하시죠.
Calm
단테.
yourself, Dante.
걸음마도 떼지
It's not
못한
right to
아이에게
ask a toddler to run when it
달리기를
is yet
시킬
to
수
take its first
없지
steps.
걸어볼 기회가
You'll
있다면
need every opportunity to
직접
try and walk
걷고
before
나서
you've made to run.
달리셔야죠. 그리고
Furthermore, Dante,
당신은
as the
관리자.
manager, it is your
저들이
job to
관리를
manage
하는
your
게
staff,
업무입니다. 나는
and I
길잡이.
am the guide.
어디를
I
가고
decide where we
어떻게
go and how we
개척할지는
arrive there.
알겠습니까?
You get it.
토달지 말라고.
Don't argue with me. How am I supposed to not question a stranger who can't even hear me?
째깍거리긴 하는데.
I heard ticking.
뭐라고 하는
So what
거지?
did they say, Miss Faust?
파우스트 씨,
별말 없었습니다.
Nothing much.
경정을 성대하기도
Some
하는
reverse agreement that was. And that should be enough to let me know that you approve, Dante.
그럼 메피,
Now, Mephi,
출발하자.
off we go.
야호.
결혼 기분이
How are you
어때?
feeling, Karan?
매우 신나.
Extreme
날아갈
excitement.
것 같습니다.
About to walk on air, reports Karan.
좋아.
Good. So where are we going?
베르길리우스,
Virgilius? Like, they'd like to know the destination.
말했던 것
I believe I
같습니다.
told you that already, Dante. But just where are we going? With this side, the bus shuddered and started to rumble forward. Alright, unfortunately, I will have to skip this because I can't have the music playing because it is copyrighted. I will put the link down on under this video if you guys want to see the intro. But yeah, fortunately, I can't do anything about it. And I think I just clicked the same thing. Dang it. Okay,
길이
it's fine.
열렸어.
We'll just skip this. There we go. Alright, and now we just got a few more on this one. I have 3, so again, should be getting close, and then from there we'll go on into the gameplay. Very
앞에 장애물이 있어.
block it ahead.
부릉부릉.
Permission to vroom vroom. The chatter was what finally got me to open my eyes. After all, nothing beats blocking out your sight when you want to keep boredom at bay. Not that there was much else to do on a bus whose destination was unknown to me. My lack of head and memory certainly don't help either.
그래.
Alright,
계속
let's
지나가자고.
proceed.
덜컹덜컹.
Here comes bumpity bumps.
비싼 세정제야.
Expensive
베르가
washing
한
fluid.
먹었다고 그랬어.
Berg said he paid a fortune. The clumps stuck on the window gently dissolved, letting light through. Many different sets of eyes on the bus were lethargically facing forward. It felt like a pretty gruesome scene, but based on the others' reactions, maybe this kind of violence is common in the city. Hey. I felt rather awkward to close my eyes again now that I was wide awake. That's when the conspicuously bearded man grabbed my attention. But, I mean, glasses. Know where we're going right now? A feature far more conspicuous than his beard made me slip.
방금 벌레 양반이라고 부르려고 했지?
You almost called me bug guy, didn't you?
다시 한번 말하자면
Once again, my name is
내 이름은
Gregor.
당신이 시계
The same way you're called Dante, not
Clockface.
Clockface. I couldn't find an excuse, so I just gave back a light nod.
기사
Say,
양반,
bus girlie,
우리 지금
where are we
어디로 가는
headed?
거야?
다시 한번 말하자면
Once
내
again,
이름은
my name is
카론이야.
Karan.
당신이 벌레 양반이
The same way
아니라
you're called Gregor
그레고리라고
and not bug
불리듯이.
guy. She got you there, Gregor.
본전도 못
She
건져.
really did.
베르가 말했어.
Berg said,
수감자들은
the sinners will go to District 4.
사구!
What the?
사구라고
Did
말했는데
District 4 fall upon my ears?
그곳은
That place is
연탄
known
내
to be the
출신지로
home of the
유명하지.
Grass Maiden.
영리
'Tis the origin of your hero's journey, and 'twas the bloody hell you're ratting on and on and on. Can't you just shut up and let the trip go on in peace? Why, I had remained silent until mere moments ago. I said to shut up.
이봐요.
Sorry, did you happen to realize you're being louder here? Even if you can't die, you sure as hell can suffer, no? So say that again.
옳은 말을 했는데도
I say the right thing, your first response is violence?
알만하네요.
Shows how refined you are. I contemplated for a second. Should I step in? This is the part where I exercise my authority as the manager with dignity and grace. A faint memory urges me to do something. Now, guys, it's inadvisable to lose your tranches
모가지를 분질러야 조용해지지.
to ride against noisy crying hogs and tails scragging.
이유 없는 폭력은
Senseless violence shan't be forgiven. I'll bring about justice.
아, 이럴 줄 알았어.
I knew this would happen.
튀었잖아.
Look at the spawn on my clothes.
꼭
Look,
내 옆에서
do you guys really have to
싸워야겠어?
fight next to me? I must be mad. We haven't even reached our destination and they've already killed 3 of our own, that is.
이거 잠깐
Can't take
한눈이라도
a small
팔려고
break without
하면
anticipating trouble,
싸울
can I?
너희 넷
You 4.
이번 달 버스
Pleading duty for the
청소다.
next month.
어째서?
Such unfairness! I merely sought the hand of justice.
잠깐. 내 옷
Oh,
빨래도
also,
포함시켜줘.
tell them to do my laundry too.
와인이랑은
Blood
다르게
doesn't
잘
wash off as
빠진단
easily as
말이야.
wine stains.
비싼 건데.
Sheesh, dry cleaning's costly. No one bats an eye at the lifeless janitors to be littering the floor. Maybe they're already taking their indefinite revivals for granted. But I don't even know how exactly I'm supposed to bring them back.
단테
Dante,
시계를
I'd like you to turn the
돌려주시겠습니까?
clock back. Turn the clock?
그런 모양새면
That must mean there's a puzzled look where your face should be. I'll keep that in mind.
기억해두죠. 파우스트 씨
Miss Faust. Virgilius gives Faust a tired nod and gestures to me. She let out a small sigh, but still came to my seat, probably out of a sense of obligation.
처음 만났던 날에도
It's the same thing you did the day we first met, Dante. Though, I suppose there was more of an instinctual reaction.
자,
Now,
다시 해보자.
let's try again.
눈을 감으세요.
Close your eyes. Though I have no eyes to close, blocking out my sight is something I've done. I had no reason not to follow Faust's instruction here.
사실
In
문은
fact,
어디에나 있어요.
the door is everywhere.
그러나 당신에게만
However,
보이죠.
only you can see it,
왜냐하면
for the stars never
당신의
set in your
하늘에
sky.
별이 지지 않았으니까.
At that, I felt a thread of light creeping into my sight. As if to open my eyes, I embraced that light. And then I saw space. I was alone there, and a massive door stood before me. It wasn't a pleasant sight. Suffocating heat and agonized cries seeped through the gap. Hearing the endless laments and wailing for even a split second makes me feel faint. However, I'm approaching the door, grasping at its handles as if it's what I was born to do. Despite being seemingly heavy, pulling it open was surprisingly easy. I grope about in the door, thousands upon thousands of last wails lay within. And reaching inside, I grab a few unknown hands. I can feel the histories of different sins bearing their brands crawl upon my hand onto my arm.
고통을 나눌 준비가
Art thou prepared to share the pain? Could that have been a question, or rather pressure to comply? I pulled forth the sinners, grasping my hand with all my strength. A terrible pain spreads through my neck and head. It's so crushingly severe it makes me wish I were dead. The indescribable sensation of bone and muscle twisting and tangling with each other goes on for what feels like an eternity. My legs weren't prepared to endure all this agony. I fell to kneel atop the pool of blood in helplessness. Then I see it. The trembles in the bloody pools gradually growing into waves and bubbles rising from the floor. Soon that blood soaking the ground coalesced into 3 masses. Then the agony seemed to last forever, vanished just like that. As the lumps of blood rose into the air and flew away, my sight was cleared of dreadful redness, returning to a grumbling bus.
목이
It
베어졌다가
feels to have your head back. I was severed. Was it exciting? Right as Heathcliff is restored to consciousness, he rubs his neck, mutters vulgar words, and approaches Ryoshu. Hold on, I just brought you back and you're going straight into another fight? Heathcliff turns around to glare at me. His eyes are those of a man devoured by blind fury. Isn't it your job to bring us back? If your job's done, then step aside before I knock your dumb clock off.
잠깐만요.
Please, wait!
대시가
Tante looks like they're in a lot of pain, so we really should... Before he could finish, Heathcliff's steel bat caved in the side of Sinclair's head. Think I heard gurgles of a dying person violated my ears. Next time, Clockface, you're crushed. Are we clear?
정말
You really are as coarse as you look. Was dying once not enough for you? Heathcliff tightens his grip on the bat, and Ishmael is ready to swing her weapon as well. Have I seriously become the manager of people who can't be stopped even by death? While I was lost in thought, all tension in the bus suddenly dropped and froze over.
이거 아무래도 제대로
It
조정해둬야겠어.
seems this team's in serious need of discipline. Sinners on collision course stopped dead in their tracks. A cold pair of red eyes cast their glare between the two.
첫 번째 규칙.
Rule number 1.
버스 안에서는
Do not let me hear
무기
weapons
부딪히는
clashing inside the
소리가
bus.
들리지 아니한다. 이 순간 이후로
If any of you
이
break this
규칙이
rule as of now,
깨어지면 너희는 내게
you're going to
제발
be begging for me to
죽여달라고
let you die.
애원하게 될 거야. 난 충분히
I'm
그럴
sure
수
you know
있는
I'm capable of that and more, right?
알지?
Sinclair's withering on the floor was the only sound breaking the silence. Heathcliff glowered, but couldn't bring himself to argue back.
단테, 미안하게
Dante, I'm
됐습니다.
sorry about this.
시계를
I
한
need
번만
you to
더
rewind it one more
돌려주시죠.
time. I have to do that again? I'd rather die than have to bear that harrowing pain once more. I waggled my head in dejection. The faint hint of a smile on Bergelius' face vanishes as his expression shifts.
내가 아직 사과와
You
부탁을
better
하고
open
있을
up,
때
Old Silk, when
문을
you're generous
여는 게
enough to
좋을
ask and
텐데.
offer apologies,
관리자
Manager
Dante.
Dante.
아,
Oh, in
단지
case you're
아픔이
refusing
두려운
simply
거라면
because you don't want more
그래서
pain,
고개를
I
젓는
can
거라면
help you with that.
기꺼이 도와드리겠습니다. 그 정도의
This
고통에는
degree
눈
of
하나
pain will
깜빡을
feel
하게
like
말이죠.
nothing by the time I'm done.
그럼 견딜 수 있지
Surely you'll be tougher
않겠습니까?
person afterward, right?
내가 잘못 들은 건가?
Did I hear correctly?
관리자님이
I'm pretty
분명
sure our
거부 이상을
manager
내비쳤던 것
clearly
같은데.
declined your request.
당신
You,
끼어드는
this
박자가
is not the time to
잘못됐군.
step in.
입사할 때
I was informed when I joined the company that the executive manager would be my superior, not you.
관리자께서 고개를
I would
저었다.
say that the manager has made themselves clear with a shake of the head.
그래,
I see.
보좌관께서
So their aide has
나서시겠단
decided to step
말인가?
in, is that it?
그렇다면
Then it's
보좌관께도
my turn to make clear what I
충분한
mean.
의미를 전달해 줘야겠군.
The red hue of his eyes grew deeper, much to my dread. I don't really know what I'm meant to do as a manager, or if I'm even deserved to take this role. But I felt that I should at least stop things here so we don't get into an even bigger mess. Rowing one should hurt less than rowing 12 at once. Otis, I'll rewind the clock. It's okay. Virgilius noticed me motioning her to stand down and withdrew the red glow from his glare as if in mutual understanding.
잘 생각하셨군.
Good thinking.
관리자께서 그러시겠다면
As you wish, manager. Otis seemed to want to add her input, but she promptly backed down and straightened herself out. The red door greeted me again, along with the twisting sensation. I'd given up trying to describe the throes I go through. Words can't express it in full anyway.
고맙습니다.
Thank you very much. Sinclair stood up with a pained moan and bowed to me before waddling back to his seat. Interesting cast of characters we got here, huh? Alright. That was the first one. Okay, so the second one, I remember, I don't think this one should take long, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully I'm not.
질문이 있네.
Pardon me, I have a question. Don Quixote. I can't say the name. I'm sorry. Dawn suddenly raised her hand. Shoot.
첫 번째 규칙은 이해했다네.
Verily, I understood the first rule well. What is the second rule then? Really?
왜 굳이 나서서
Why are you so
물어보는
eager to
거야?
learn that? Virgilius gave a cold stare to Ryoshi, who had just lit her cigarette. She looked back at him with a peculiar face.
두 번째 규칙.
Rule number 2.
버스 바닥에
Don't litter the bus
담배
floor
꽁초
with cigarettes.
바르지 마.
Daily
자국
burn
남으니까.
marks. The bus falls silent again.
잠깐.
Now wait a
버스에
second.
정적이
The bus
흐르면
shouldn't be this
안 되지.
quiet.
엔진 소리는
Where's
어디
the
갔나?
engines roar?
카론,
Karan,
왜 속도를
why
안
aren't you
내는
speeding
거지?
up?
밥이 없어.
No food.
메피가
Mephi
배고파해.
is hungry.
잘 됐군.
Good. We use
분위기를
something
좀
to lift the mood.
환기시키지.
Are we dropping by a gas station? The idea of Regalius casually plugging a fuel nozzle into the bus like an average driver felt alien.
차가 움직이려면
A car
연료가
needs fuel
필요하지.
to run.
카론,
Karan, try
헤드라이트를
flashing the headlights a
깜빡거려봐.
bit,
무대
like stage
조명처럼.
lights.
댄스 타임이야.
It's dancing time.
잠깐.
Wait,
헤드라이트까지
if we do that, we're effectively asking to be
딱 좋은
attacked.
상황이잖아요.
그걸 노린 거군.
That appears to be the intent. Sorry? I could hear someone slam the bus outside. Wait! Leave all the stuff behind and get off. You got 30 seconds. 10, 9, 8. You skipped 20 of them. Well, say your prayers for the other 20.
왜 이렇게 주변에 모자란
Why
사람들이
am I
많은
surrounded by
건지.
dullards left and right?
뭐라고 했냐?
What'd you just say?
비겁하게 습격을
How
하다니.
cowardly of them to ambush us.
악인들이로군.
They must be villains without a shadow of a doubt.
자, 다들 내려.
Alright, everyone off.
그리고 말이야.
And one more thing.
최대한
We
죽지
want
않을
them near
만큼만
death,
해줘.
not dead. Got it?
알지?
Alright, and then this should be the last one, and then immediately into the gameplay. Oh boy, it takes a while to read all this, but again, we're getting there. Again, sorry, but after this, it shouldn't be like this anymore, because I'll be playing solely for content, and I won't be playing it aside from when I play on my phone. With guttural noises, the side of the bus lurches and splits open. A number of human shapes littered the ground before its maw. Some were still conscious, while others weren't exactly in one piece. Then the bus began devouring these severed to. Then the bus began devouring those served to it in the most literal sense, gluttonously, ferociously. Ryoshi watched with a satisfied expression, seemingly determined to savor every moment. While in the corner of my eye, Sinclair was clearly distressed.
다들
They
제정신이 아닌 것
all look like they're out of their minds.
그렇지 않나요?
Don't you think so too? His reaction got me curious to know their story. Just to make sure, none of you were forced to join, right? Though what I was involved in before my head changed is a mystery, I myself was practically forced to join the company, judging from what I know at the moment. Maybe they aren't so different from me, or so I thought when Sinclair's head dropped in response, like I struck a nerve.
그래요.
That's
맞아요.
right. It was
이건
by
제
my
선택이죠.
choice. I'll get used to all this, right? He muttered as if he was talking to someone other than me.
입사하지 않았어도
"'Tis what I would have done even if the company recruited me not. Look, yon horde of evil approaches." Ah, it's so fun. Okay, there we go. And now we can actually get into the battle, I think, right? I did read that. Okay. Alright, so now we're up to speed on with what I am right now. District 4, here we go. Clear within 10 turns. Okay, so what EX objectives are, essentially it allows you to do auto runs, is what it is. So here we can create our own team. We edit team here. It tells us what we have. We have 5 of whatever this sin is, 2 of this, you know, so on and so forth. So our sins that we use here will be what we're going to be using for our egos. So I click this ego, so it would be used to power this up. Her ego requires pride, so we need a certain amount of pride to use that. So yeah. Let's see who we're gonna take. Well, you know what? You know what? I haven't showed everyone, so it doesn't matter. We'll use this team for now.
손쉽죠.
Okay, so I've read this part, so we can just skip it. Yes, I know. We know what this is, so we can skip it fine. Okay, here we go. Now I can actually explain more of the gameplay and actually have fun playing this. Okay, so just like Library Runa, our whole thing is determined by what we roll. So if they have a 2, that they go first, and then Faust roll 1, so she'll be last to go. And Dawn, Yisang, and Ishmael rolled a 4, 4, and a 2. So they'll be going first before the enemy. From here we have waves. So we have 2 waves. We're currently on turn 1. And if you look right here, we do have a passive. What this is for us to gain that passive, we have to get the blue ones right here. If we click on here, we can see what we got. So this is Pride. She endures Pride. She's fatal to Pride ×2 and fatal to that. Just like Library Runa, she has resistances, weaknesses, fatal, whatnot. There's her status, her speed, and her shield. Again, there is skills, so we would benefit, so on and so forth. And then we can look at identity. So we need sanity. So this is sanity. If just like emotional coins in Library Runa, if you win fights, their sanity their sanity goes up. If they lose fights, their sanity goes down. And you preferably want it to be up, so then that way when you use your ego, it doesn't consume you, and it doesn't make your sinners attack each other, essentially, because you lose control of them if they do. So this is what we need. We need 2 green and 4 blues to be able to use her ego. Again, it goes on for each one of these guys as well. If we go her ego, what we need is 2 fire and 2 that, you know, I don't know exactly the terminology for now, but again, that is what we need. So that's how we're gonna do it. And the way to get our things over here, we have to go here, and whichever attack we use will garner that sin. So there we go.
혈이 난 흉터의 결과야.
There you go, easy as that. Okay, so now I have 2 fire, 1 pride, and 1 of this. So it doesn't mean we can use. And just like Library Runa, there are buffs and whatnot. We have poise for now, which is boost crit chance by 3% for the next 1 hit we have. So, you know, same thing with there. So that's what we're gonna do. We can block, as you see right there. So this is an evade. This is a counter, and this is an evade, and this is a counter as well. They kind of work similarly as they do in Library Runa. Again, somewhat. Let's see. There we go. Activate the passive. Do that.
혈이 낭자오.
There we go. We got staggered. And unlike in Library Runa, as we're used to having a yellow bar here, the way to get staggered is if we target this right here, this yellow bar. Each one of our sinners has it, so that's how many times you can get staggered. Of course, just like Library Runa, you take double damage and you can attack that turn. This right here, so the more sanity one gets and the more turns you get, the more times your sinner gets to attack. So for now, Faust has 2. Everyone else has only 1 for now, and if I hold it on, I can use their egos. I don't think I have enough for any of their egos. Not from the looks of it. Yeah, 3, there we go. And there you go. So when you build your team, you kind of want to work around your egos. My team isn't exactly built for egos by the looks of it, or I haven't used any of the abilities either to make sure that I get any. So yeah. From what I've seen, you can't direct their attacks. So whatever they have, they'll attack randomly. You know, from what I've seen, I can't really change it. that would only come in for laters when it comes to abnormality battles. So
갈갈이 베어버렸어.
there we go. And just like that,
정신이 맑을 때가
so we increased in level, so now we're 63. Ink fell in. That's not what I wanted to show. What I wanted to show is this page. So as you see, all my sinners get leveled up. Even if I didn't use them in actual battle, they do level up. Of course, if you use your sinners in battle, the ones who are in battle do level up more, but everyone else do get a certain amount of XP, so you don't always have to be worrying about or focusing on who gets leveled up and who doesn't all get leveled up. And I really like that. Like I said, there we go. So we have everyone leveled up. Next time, I won't be using the 4 I use. I'll probably be using everyone else. Again, I want to showcase everyone and, you know, show everyone how the characters work. So here we go. Infalin. So now, on to the next one. Same here, clear within 10 turns. Again, this is the early on in the game, so it's going to be easy. Won't be much difference. Let's see. Since I've used these 4, I won't be using them, so I'll use Ryoshu. I don't have anything else, so
예술을 보여주지.
we'll go Ryoshu. Do I have anything for you, my good man?
네, 원하신다면.
No. Alright, we'll go. We'll use Brigor because I got him. We'll use his new eco, so there we go. And we'll use Heathcliff. That's what we got. Okay. So we'll take him.
불 시간이다.
Let me see. I'm editing the team a bit. I want to see if we have enough to use an ego, so I can show that off. We need 1 rock, 4 grass. What do you excel at? You have, I think that's rock. Not entirely sure. 3 coins, 2 coins. Okay. Oh, okay, okay, so we can tell. Okay, so this is red, green. Okay, we got 1 green. We can get a green there. You have rock and a blue. Ryoshu has. Okay, okay, so we could probably get an ego into this battle. I do want to show that ego, so hopefully we get it.
몸이 따라줄지 모르겠지만 가라면 가야지.
Okay.
배부르게 밥을 먹은 지가 언제다.
Gee, when was the last time I had a feast?
기계 덩어리
Even a
혼자가
big
다
blocking machine eats better than we do.
제공되는 식사는
Do you mind that all meals are provided with appropriately determined quantities?
그 정도 먹어서는 기운이
It's
안
not
난단
nearly enough to
말이야.
get me going. I thought I heard Heathcliff shout, "You think I'm doing this on a full stomach?" in the distance, but Rhodia seemed to pretend she heard nothing. Speaking of, did this bun run on stuff like blood or protein?
엔케팔린이에요.
It's Inkfalin, an energy source the Lobotomy Corporation treated.
이전 엘사 말이군요.
You mean the previous L Corp?
특이점으로
I heard it
에너지를
produced energy
생산하는
using its
회사라고
singularity,
들었어요.
though all that remains of the company
엘사가
now is
몰락한
rubble.
지금은 자네밖에 남지 않았지만
맞아요.
That's right,
그래서 지금은
which is why
구하기가
it's
꽤
become rarity
힘들어요.
these days.
하지만
However,
메피스토펠레스는
Mephistopheles is capable of
신체에서
forcibly
엔케팔린을
extracting
강제로
Inkfalin from the
추출할 수
body.
있죠.
The body. I posed a question, watching Otis give orders to the other sinners, then glancing to the maw of the bus in turn.
네,
Correct.
엔케팔린은
Inkfalin can only be extracted from the brain and spinal nerves.
특히나
It can be taken from my subjects for greater efficiency. So that's why Virgilius told the sinners not to kill the assailants. Okay, and
그럼 해당
if
부위만
why the
먹여도
rest of their
되는
body,
거예요?
is that what you're thinking? There's a point.
피와
As their
근육은
blood and flesh can
연료로
also be
쓰일 수
produced into
있어요.
fuel.
엔케팔린이
While
시동과
Inkfalin
추적을
is used
위해서
to generate
필요하다면
ignition and thrust, the
나머지
remaining
생체
organic matter is spent
순환할
on
때
maintaining
사용되죠.
speed, thus reducing
엔케팔린이
Inkfalin
되도록
usage.
천천히 소모되게 하기 위한 설계죠.
하이브리드요.
A hybrid. Faust went on to explain how most of the vehicle's fuel is taken from the branch facilities, and that it won't be a sufficient source on its own. But most of it went in one ear and out the other. Well, that's complicated. I get that it's tough work, at least.
뭘요?
Don't mention it.
파우스트는 고생하지
Faust knows
않는답니다.
no struggle.
고생은
If
우리가
anyone's
하고
doing
있지.
the heavy lifting, it'd be us.
관리자 양반.
Hey, Manager Bud, more incoming. Alright, here we go. Hopefully I can show off an ego, but I don't know. Again, pretty easy so far. Alright, my collection is a magic cure-all. For your problems, don't just charge it willy-nilly. Okay, okay, everyone seems to be doing fine, so let's...
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
생각보다 잘
Wow. Oh, already with 3 attacks, let's go.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
다음.
Hey, okay. Let's see. What is this?
표정에 따라
There we go.
실행한다.
아름답진 않네.
Alright, we got one. Do we have enough for... No, we don't. One of the ways to tell if you have an ego is if the character's icon glows. So it doesn't seem like I have enough for an ego. Yeah, nothing. Okay. What is this? Spent by certain skills, some attacks cancel if lacking ammo. Oh, whoa, I did not know that. Okay. She's gonna win that. Let's see. Spend 1 ammo, gain 1 charge of count. Oh, okay. Charge resource used by certain skills for additional effects. It counts can go up to 20 by a turn, lower count by 1. Okay.
이대로 가보자고.
Alright, she rolled high there. There we go. Easy.
고작 이 정도로 들떠한다면 예술가의 자격은 없는 거지.
Alright, cool. Let's see what we got. Level 6. Oh, he's level 6. Ah, damn. Level 5, level 6. Level 5, okay. Next, we'll be using another set of groups. Oh, YURI. Okay. Let's see. Enter. Okay. Oh, we can have 5. So the other thing I forgot to mention that each one does change how many people are joining the team. One thing I also noticed is I forgot to swap this
문제 없어요.
or Ishmael, so then her regular base skin got XP instead of her She Association. So I guess you'll also have to be paying attention to that to see which one you want to level up. Personally, I would probably level up your identities, but that's just me. So that said, I am going to be changing that. So next time that doesn't happen, so we can get all the XP we need. Okay, so everyone's at 4, 5, 5. Okay, so we'll make another team. Equip everyone again. Okay, I'll level this one up. Gregor, you switch to that one. Okay, hello. Okay, I don't think I have anything else. Okay, so since we use that, we'll use another set of people. So let's say Emil,
즉시
Otis,
내가 필요해?
Rhodia. I've took Ryoshu. I didn't take Honglu.
기대되네요.
And
모두에게 평등하게.
purple, orange, green, blue. Okay, we might be able to. Let's see.
빨리 끝내고 밥 먹으러 가자고.
Or I guess I could just look at the side. Why did I look at it?
적당히
Hey, that's enough of that. We're expecting guests anytime now. Hercules said, poking his head out the window. A guest? Who?
처음으로 가는 던전이니까
I've determined that we'll need a guide as our first trip to a dungeon.
저 혹시
Excuse me,
림버스 컴퍼니에서 오신
are you the
분들
people from
맞나요?
Limbus Company? Someone approaches us slowly.
맞나 보네요.
Looks like it. The bus had just about finished its meal, crunching on the last remaining bone chips. Yuri watched it indifferently before introducing herself.
예전 엘사에서 근무했던
I'm Yuri.
유리예요.
A former employee of the previous L Corp. I look forward to working with you. By L Corp, do you mean
로보토미
has to be Lobotomy Corporation?
네.
That's right. We will explore the former branch facilities of Lobotomy Corporation, also called the old L Corp.
저라면 불러도 절대 안
If
왔을
I
것
were you, I
같은데.
wouldn't have taken part in this.
수락한 날개라니.
Being a fallen wing and everything,
분명
I
끝이
doubt
좋지
your
않았을
employment
텐데요.
ended on pleasant terms.
무슨 소리야?
What are you on about?
날개고 뭐고
Any point in your
돈만
life can be
함께라면
pleasant as long as you have
뭐든
money to
유쾌한
spend.
기억이 된다고.
거기는
I heard
아직도
those places are still teeming with monsters to this day.
괴물이 아니라
Not
환상체요.
monsters,
어쨌든
abnormalities.
사실이에요.
The rumors are true either way.
하지만 더 중요한
But there are
것들이
more
있죠.
important matters.
지부 가장 깊숙한
In the
곳에
deepest reach of these branches are
최근에 피어나기 시작한
neoplastic plant-like growths
의사의
holding the
기술의
essence of
핵심
L Corp's
정수가
technologies.
단테,
Dante,
며칠
if you
전에 내가
remember, I
제안했던
believe I
걸
offered to let you
기억합니까?
finish engraving your aspect a few
성의를
days
새기게
ago.
해줄 거라고 말했는데 정수.
With the essence,
방금 가지는
those golden
모험이라면
bows in our
그
hands, it'll
정도는
be
어려운
easy as
일도 아니게
pie.
될 겁니다.
The word aspect so makes my head ache. What was I trying to do?
억지로 떠올리려고 할 필요는
There's no need to
없습니다.
rouse your brain trying to remember what you
그때가
can't.
되면
It'll all come
전부
back
알게
in
될
due
테니까요.
time. I returned a slow nod to Faust's placid advice. Alright, for now I should focus on what I currently know and see. And if it's out Lobotomy Corp we're scouring, we might find some info in too. Oh, does that mean we won't have to
사람들을
feed people into our vehicle?
않아도 되겠네요.
거기다가
We could also
운이
grab some
좋으면
ego if we're lucky.
에고까지
So
얻을 테니.
that's 3 rats with 1 stone. Ego. That's another unknown term that makes my head tilt. But in any case, it seemed rather rude to keep talking to each other when we had a guest on board. And so someone else seemed to
유리
agree.
씨는 무슨
So,
일하고
Miss
지내나?
Yuri, what have you been up to since the layoff? Grigor gave his best shot at making some conversation with a well-meaning smile to put the newest passenger at ease. His brows seemed to twitch due to a lack of practice, but it's no big deal.
내가 보아하니
It appears to me thou art an honorable fixer. It is said that all fixers exude the noble scent of heroes. As Yuri was nodding lightly, I heard Ishmael let out a deep sigh. I don't know who
어디서
gave
그런
you that
소식을
idea.
들었는지
Fixers are anything
모르겠지만
but noble or heroic.
해결사는 그런
The only
영웅들이
scent you'll
아니에요.
smell is the merciful stink of wage
초라한
slaves.
공급자의 부질없는 냄새라면 몰라도
금세 다른 밥벌이 찾는 게
It
쉽진
couldn't have been
않았을
easy to
텐데
find another job so soon.
용케했군.
Good that you're holding up.
아직은
For now,
계약직이에요.
I'm just a contact worker.
아하 굳이
아하.
다시 이곳으로
That
기어
explains why you
들어온
decided to
이유도
crawl on back
그거였군요.
there.
예전 직장으로
Did they
돌아가서
promise to promote
그게
you to team
한탕이라도
leader or
치면
something if you stuck gold in your former workplace?
실적을 세우면
My contracts
계약
might get
기간은
extended if I
늘어날
return with results.
그렇지.
Right,
보통
good results is
계약
something to risk your
시설은
life for if you
실적하는
want to
목숨을
earn a
걸어야 되니까.
permanent spot.
아 그거
Huh.
참
And what a
부질없는
futile life
목숨이네요.
that is. Hey, what's with the sarcasm? Is something a problem?
글쎄요
Oh no.
처음부터
I have a problem with every
끝까지
single thing I'm hearing right now.
마음에 안 드는 거 천지라.
I love her smile. Seemingly unaffected by the abrasive attitude, Yuri quietly took an NPC. Looking back and forth between the two, Grigor returned to his seat as well, scratching his head. I can't seem to get used to being around these people.
빨리 배어드는 편이
It'll be
편할
beneficial
겁니다,
for you to
단테.
adapt to them sooner or later. Dante, Karan,
출발하지.
time to go.
손님께서 자리에
Our guest has
앉았다.
taken her seat.
내 피부에
Nephi's
빵빵.
tum revived.
카른도 빵빵.
Karen's rearing to drive. Oh boy, okay. Alright, let's see what we got. We'll get a bunch of blue ones.
해보기는 할게요. 안 되면 어쩔 수 없지만요.
술을 꺼냈다.
좋은 전략이-
해줘, 단테.
다음은 침묵을 안겨드리자 안전한 침묵.
Okay, wave 2, let's go.
해보기는 할게요. 안 되면 어쩔 수 없지만요.
Oh no, Emil's
재미있는 순간이에요.
he's been staggered. It's fine, I think we should be fine.
안전한 침묵.
겨우 이 정도야.
If they keep getting high rolls like that, it would definitely be fine. Let's see if anyone has anything, so.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
Wow, she lost those and she had a high. Okay. Dang. That's fine, there you go. Oh, there we go, we got one. Alright. There you go, I want to use the ego, so. Oh, did it crash now? Oh, there we go.
여행엔 목적이 있었지.
37 depth. Let's go. Some would say it is overkill, and I would have to agree.
관리자님의 99% 명령과
Hey,
1%의
let's
제
go.
실력이 합쳐진 결과였습니다.
We leveled up. Oh, this is so nice. I now can use everyone without having to worry about XP. There we go. All right. So we got that out of the way. I think we've made it long enough this video. So yeah, hopefully again y'all like this. Again, I'm very excited to play this, and I've had a blast. I really like the combat. There is a dungeon later on, and hopefully sometime soon I hope we can get this one, because this is where I'm going to be making most of the content and testing out and trying out new things. So Mirror Dungeons is definitely going to be, it's my main goal for this game right now. So yeah, again, hopefully we can make it, but you know, we'll see. That said, I'm hoping you're liking the content. Again, I do plan at some point making some reviews or guides or whatnot. I don't plan to make a lot of guides, especially when it comes to like rolling it with stuff, because a lot of people do that, and I don't really want to do that, because most people go with the same generic stuff, saying the same obvious rhetoric and whatnot. It's so irritating. I play a lot of gachas, and even I'm tired of watching so many people do the same guides and whatnot. I just want to play the game, have fun, and then hopefully show you guys, you know, how some characters go, how some egos are, so on and so forth. Again, I am learning just like all of you. So, again, hopefully you like it. Yeah, so with that said, I guess I'll see you all later. All right, bye.
They say life will bring discomfort, and I discovered we all just suffer, cause no one feels that bad. And it comes from one another, we hurt each other just like a